president has moved in to try and calm the country down over the explosive standard gauge railway tender, as we just told you.
KTN's Wilson Buru now traces the genesis of the controversy and why the mind-boggling numbers are tripping everyone, including the head of state.
Controversies have been threatening to derail the standard gauge railway project from the start. Most of the questions have arisen from the process followed in the tendering and exactly how much the entire project will cost. The storm over the rail tender began when a section of politicians began a push to persuade the president not to launch the project on grounds that there were questions to be answered about the tendering and the company awarded the tender. Nandi Hills Member of Parliament Alfred Keter would later tell a parliamentary committee that he had documents proving that the cost was inflated and that there was also a breach of procurement laws in the award of the tender.
Kenya should have done a study to come up with the costing. Kenya should have done a study with an independent body. Let us follow due diligence to arrive at a good report. Let us have a study. Then we subject the contract to the rule of law.
And then last week, things came to a head when the Jubilee politicians, led by their two leaders in the Senate and the National Assembly, gave the president an ultimatum.
We want to tell the president and the deputy president like this. Wale hawa huyo mtu hawa wawili hapo hawa watu yako wenye wanajaribu kujificha kwa marinda ya serikali hapo tu wanalala hapo kwa marinda ndio waletanga kichwa. Lazima muwatimue kabla ya wiki moja, la sivyo sisi wanabunge tutatimua hawa.
Uhuru's government must give a statement regarding the architects of Anglo-Leasing who are now using the same trick to come into the railway tender, wakule pesa na Wakenya wasijengewe reli.
The idea to build a standard gauge railway was conceived during President Mwai Kibaki's tenure. Then, in August last year, 5 months after taking office, President Uhuru Kenyatta flew to China in his first diplomatic mission and secured agreements worth 425 billion shillings. In the initial report, it was indicated that some 340 billion shillings would cover economic partnerships, wildlife protection and the standard gauge railway linking the port of Mombasa and the border town of Malaba. Conflicting reports have then emerged ever since, with the confusion surrounding the exact total cost of the Kenyan stretch of the standard gauge railway.
Only 1.6 plus 1.6 is 2, ndio. Inakuja 3.2 billion. Na hiyo ni approximately 327 billion. 3.804 billion Kenya shillings.
The president's announcement that the construction of the standard gauge railway will continue as scheduled is by no means the end of the controversy that has dogged this project. Only time will tell whether this turns out to be another mega corruption scandal or the best thing that has happened to the railway sector in the last half a century. Wilson Buru, KTN, Nairobi.